When Ford introduced its Fiesta subcompact several years back, it really injected some urgency into the segment. At the time, the only genuinely good car was the Honda Fit, and all the others got by on the fact that they were, well, cheap. Now, several years on, and Ford is looking to do it again with a restyled Fiesta that gets a few additional features and something really big under the hood. Or should I say, really small. So small it will fit in a carry-on suitcase is Ford's newest engine, a tiny 1-liter 3-cylinder power plant. Now, you'd expect that at that size it would obviously get good fuel economy. You'd also expect it would be a performance dud. But that is not the case here. In fact, it makes more power than the regular 1.6-liter engine Ford uses. Now, this 3-cylinder, thanks to Ford's EcoBoost technology that combines direct injection and turbocharging, makes 123 horsepower and a serious 148 foot-pounds of torque. In addition to some small trim upgrades to help modernize the interior, gone is the old monochromatic display screen on the dash, replaced with a full color unit. Now, also for the first time, Ford is offering a full My Ford touch system in the Fiesta. An optional unit, you'll be able to get it with a 6.5-inch display screen. And thankfully, this is the newest version of the My Ford Touch with better voice recognition and simpler commands. Another available feature will be a premium Sony audio system with 8 speakers, the most in the segment. Also, for the first time on the Fiesta, Ford will offer its My Key system. And now what that is it's a separate key, so if you're a parent and you want to loan your car out to your teenage son or daughter, you can actually put certain settings on there. So you can make it so they can't turn the music up too loud, they can only go to a maximum speed in the car, and so that you can't turn off the traction control. Behind the wheel, the 2014 Fiesta is the same nimble package that we've loved for quite a while now. As for that engine, it certainly is a torquey feeling. It's really good, especially when driving up on hills, and that's something that you really appreciate in a small car like this, where a lot of cars struggle to get up a steep incline. Behind the wheel, the Fiesta is the same nimble package, and it's a lot of fun to toss it around. As for the new engine, well, it's definitely torquey. It's great feeling, and you really don't have to run in any hills. It has lots of torque to get you up that, even in some pretty high gears, and that's something unusual in the subcompact segment. The car also makes a great growl sound when you're really on the gas. Unfortunately, you do get a muted version of that growl sound almost all the time out of this car, a lot like a diesel engine, and it gets pretty tiring for a long commute. Along with being surprisingly powerful, Ford boasts that the new 1-liter engine is also surprisingly smooth, and that's only partially true. If you're just driving along at a constant rate of speed with the normal throttle pressure, it's fine. It's quite quiet and refined and smooth. Unfortunately, when you do get on the power a little bit, you tend to hear it a bit too much. Also, when you get down to about 2,000 RPM, you tend to hear the engine a lot more than you probably should. And when you get down anywhere as low as 1,500 RPM, you really start to feel it all the way through the car. I do not normally complain about getting a test car equipped with a manual transmission, and actually this one is very good. The only problem is most people are going to end up buying any 1-liter engine with an automatic, and I'd really like to be able to test that to see if those noise and vibration levels at the normal RPM driving around with the automatic are as bothersome as they are in this manual transmission car, because right now this is pretty excessive. Of course, I have to point out the Fiesta's new look, with a bold front end and a grille lifted right from the Aston Martin style book. That's the same front end we're seeing on a lot of modern Ford products, and it's hard to deny that it looks good, especially with the swept-back headlights and a new hood. The Fiesta is one of the most attractive subcompacts on the market. You might expect a car with a smaller engine to cost less, but that's not how Ford sees things. And when you understand that it does get better fuel economy and makes more power, well, Ford has a pretty decent argument. Now, they won't say exactly how much it will cost, but they have said that on average, most of their cars are about $995 more when you add on the EcoBoost option. So with the Fiesta currently at about $14,200 to start for the hatchback model, you're looking at somewhere around 16,000 bucks. So is it worth it for a car that's missing a cylinder? Well, that depends. I think a lot of customers will actually be turned off by this rough characteristics of this engine. However, others will definitely be attracted to the heightened fuel economy. Perhaps the most likely customer will be young males. Those who don't mind if their engine is a little bit crude, if it gets them into a car that's sure more efficient, but also surprisingly fun when you drive it hard. For more on this review and others like it, visit autoguide.com.